All right, you guys, fighting on the inside is a real challenge for a lot of beginners. And most of the reason why is because when you're first learning to punch, you want to learn the full extension of your punch. You want to learn how to really get your body into the shot. But eventually comes to the point when you're sparring in a fight and somebody's just up close and you can't get your shots off from there. So we're going to go over some ways and some positions that you have to become familiar with so that you can become effective on the inside. This can work for you when somebody's putting pressure on you and you're forced to get on the inside, or when you want to put pressure on somebody who's not comfortable in that zone and this is where you want to be, and you can start to get in there and be comfortable and dominate. All right, so let's get into it. The main key with becoming effective on the inside is to get comfortable from throwing up close, throwing punches up close. So if you do nothing at all other than this drill, this is really going to take your inside game, your whole boxing to another level. Let's just start with the first one. From here, I could be right up to the bag or just a little bit away. In other words, I can't really get off a straight shot comfortably. I'm inside the straight shot range, although you can still get a little bit of something. From here, the first thing that you want to do is just get comfortable throwing punches and coming back to your guard. This rounds and rounds of this alone is really important for fighting on the inside. It's the foundation of it all. So here I am. So with that drill, I'm just getting comfortable from that position, not necessarily getting into any tactics just yet. Any kind of punch you can get off, even if it's just a straight, boom, boom. In general, when you're in close, I like to rotate the body more to get power. But if you watch some fighters like James Toney, excellent fighter on the inside, he used to really work the arm without much body rotation. So anything can really happen if it's effective. Here, I'm working on the different shots. The uppercut to the chin, sometimes you can throw it here. Just let it graze the bag. It doesn't always have to hit. Okay, so that's another thing. The offense in general is coming around, coming around, coming up the middle, coming around, like a 5 on a die, on dice. Sort of think like that. Around, around, up the middle, around, around. I can also come up the middle, down low. All right, so those are the shots. From this same position, I can create angles by stepping. Boom, bam, boom. Okay, I step out here. Boom. This gives me a little more room on that side. I can either take the shot and then step, or I can throw a shot on the other side while I step. These are some tactics, so just things to incorporate into that basic position. When you're done, bam, 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 cover, okay? When you're moving, steps, pivot, boom, 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 step, pivot. Okay, that's generally the way you're gonna go. So you can start to work that. All right, that's the basic idea from there. Of course, you can still just step straight through if you want. You can work on all the different things. Just get comfortable with being there. The next one is out of the Philly shell. This is the next position here. Now, what I can do with the Philly shell or the shoulder position is be closer. Now, what this does is it shuts down the offense a little bit. I'm more defensive. I'm more protected. So instead of being here where all guns are blazing, I'm in close here, and I can make contact and then step out for when I want to engage. It's a little bit different on a tactical level, but another position you can get used to. From here, when you're out, or in here. Okay? So that's another thing that you want to start to do is get up close, step back, fire. Just enough to get room. Step back, fire. Then you can start to step at angles. Here. I bump the bag with my shoulder. I bump my opponent. See here, I step my foot. Here, I step the lead foot. I'm here. And that gives me some room. Same thing when I go this way. Here, I'm right up against the bag. I step. Boom. I'm right up against the bag. Here, I step. And that gives me room. So the Philly shell is a great way to work your bump, to stay close, to create space and fire. Get back in close again. Pivots. bumping, maintaining contact, sort of opening and closing the door on your opponent. When you're here, the door is always open. You're working or they're working. It's going to be who can really outwork who. It's really going to be who can outwork who. So with here on the Philly shell, you're right in tight. Boom, 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 boom. All right, working different stuff on the inside. The third position that I like to use or work from is here, the elbow, the frame. Now that's not something you're going to hold. You're not going to hold it like the way you're here or here. It's a transitionary position. So as I'm working here and firing, I may use this to brace someone and then fire again. Boom. Hold them there. Don't let them get their shots off. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's something you're going to get a feel for through the work. When you're in the Philly shell, the frame is a great way to maintain contact while you create space. Here, here, boom, boom, boom. You create that space, and during that time, hold them. Don't let them get off. Here, so instead of bumping, frame, frame. All right, it's a great way to hold them for that split second so you can move or create something, get something off. And again, the best way you're going to start to develop a knack for it is through the feel, through the experience of working it. So you're in there. All right, so fighting on the inside, it's something that you have to get comfortable with through practice, but also a little bit of this knowledge is going to help you to practice more effectively and know what you can work on, what you can bring to your sparring. Don't be shy if you're in a sparring situation to get in there and learn a little bit the hard way. Keep a high guard, try to get out some shots and see what happens. Also discover what you like on the inside. Maybe you don't really like working the angle so much. Maybe you want to hold your ground and bump and push the opponent back. Maybe you like to create angles. Maybe you like to work out of the shell, hook and brace the opponent. You're going to go by feel, and also sometimes you got to adapt to what they're doing. But the number one thing is you got to get in the rounds comfortable in close to the bag. Work on the inside is one of the best ways to get your boxing to the next level. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Peace.